Welcome to Next Chapter Women She Blooms in Solitudes. Today, I'd like to share a 20-minute clip from a virtual divorce summit that Maureen and I were privileged to speak at last month. The topic is awareness and intention coming home to yourself after divorce. There's a little roadmap utilizing core values and implementing awareness and intention to help you figure out who the heck you want to be after divorce. Or even, to be honest with you, if you're in the middle of a divorce, thinking about divorce, at any of those points, you can really use a lot of what we're talking about in this presentation. So I want to share that with you, and it's coming up right here. Hi, everyone. I'm Jess. I'm Maureen, and we are Growth Catalysts. We are both mindset and identity coaches. Just know that we're so happy that you're watching us, and we would like to take a moment for you to acknowledge the courage that it takes to be here and to think about just rebuilding who you are after divorce. It's huge.
Absolutely. As a divorced woman myself, 14 years out, but I remember it like it was yesterday. So I completely understand what you're going through right now, whether you are in the beginning stages, even thinking about it, or if you are in the thick of it, the middle of it. I remember all of it, so I am really here to help guide you through what we're going to talk about today with Jess. So today's talk is coming home to yourself after divorce. It's centered around awareness and intention. Today, we're reconnecting you to the woman you are now, not the woman that you were you had to be in your marriage. So that is really important.
Yeah. So getting back to where you are in this moment, and doing that will help you be able to step into your next chapter of who you want to be. And so why awareness and intention? Why does that matter? Because awareness and intention become your compass. So without those things, you're just carrying old patterns into a new chapter. But with it, it's going to allow you to rebuild with important components like clarity, strength, and self-trust. These are all things that are necessary to help bridge you into that person that you want to become.
You have to be aware of where you are now so you know where you want to go. Many divorced women lose sight of who they are beyond the roles of wife, mother, caretaker, peacekeeper in the household. You maybe still be living in survival mode, running on the habits that shaped you by your marriage. And now it's time to move on. You don't want to be there anymore because you're not in the marriage, or you want to go into a different phase of your life. The awareness will help you set goals.
Did that happen to you? Because I know that the people watching don't know this, but I remember you talking a lot about keeping the peace in your home. So were you aware that you were trying to do that to keep the peace?
I remember going through this and knowing that I was unhappy. My marriage was failing. I always was saying sorry for things I didn't do just because I didn't know what I did. So I would always apologize. And I was just ripping my inner power by apologizing. But I just thought I was being a good wife. Like, this is what I do. But all the while I was losing myself in it. I lost myself completely in my marriage. And then I said, I matter, and it's time.
And so that's why this becomes such an important and critical time right now, because those are the things you weren't able to do during the marriage, or maybe you're still in the marriage. It's not about reliving your past. That is another component of letting go, but awareness is going to become about reclaiming yourself right now in this moment.
Absolutely. Yeah. So,
well, what can help with awareness? And aside from tools that we use like meditation and different mindset work, one thing that's important before you start any of that is reconnecting with your core values and what that means to you after divorce. Divorce is a major life transition, one of the biggest. Thinking about your new values, thinking about those things often will hold clues about your healing, your boundaries, and your desires, what you want, the vision for who you're going to be. My core values, okay. How am I
Yeah.
supposed to come up with those? Do you have a list with 50 core values?
Right.
No, but you've got some great questions. So
Yeah. So it's not really something that I've thought about as I'm going through my messy marriage, right? Like getting back to your core values when you're in survival mode, okay? And you're just trying to get it done. So I'm going to ask you some questions that'll help guide you to explore these values. So I'm going to start with the first question. What did I silence or sacrifice in my marriage that I now want to reclaim? And I have to say, for me, it was my voice. I lost my voice, and I never said anything. I always agreed. I said whatever you want because I never wanted to fight. And I let that part of me go. It wasn't until the end I found my voice, but you want to say,
after the divorce, did you realize all along that you had lost your voice, and then you were divorced, and then did it dawn on you like, oh, I can have a voice now? Or in reflection, did you realize that that was something that you were working to rebuild?
when I knew that I did everything I could to try to make the marriage work and it wasn't working anymore and kept the peace, I then started to talk. And guess what? There was a lot of fighting. There was a lot of fighting that
you're
came
still
with it.
married at this point.
Oh, yeah. I was on my way out. Yeah, and we were talking about divorce, but I started to fight, and I found my voice, and I didn't care because I knew I was leaving. So, yes, I found my voice in the end. But
that might not always be the case. Like,
No.
people might not be in a position where they can exercise and their voice if they're still in their marriage right now. And that's, again, why this becomes a perfect time to do that. So
Right.
I love that question when you ask, like, what did I silence or sacrifice in my marriage that I want to reclaim? I think a lot of people feel like that. I don't know if you're able to comment, if you're watching this, if that's something that resonates with you. But I mean, I know I felt like that too, losing your voice.
You buried your own self under just keeping the peace.
Yeah.
And, that's not always the right thing to do, but maybe it was the right thing to do at the time.
All right. So here's question number 2. What do I need to feel safe, to feel seen, and to feel supported in this season right now? Right now, whether the divorce has happened, it happened a while ago, you're in the middle of it, or you're thinking about it. These questions are all pertinent to any of those scenarios.
Number 3, where have I surprised myself with strength or resilience? And I believe anybody listening here today should say, you already have the strength and resilience if you've moved on and won a new chapter of your life by just deciding that divorce was the only way you were going to be happy, just moving on from whatever didn't work. So you're already strong, you're already resilient. So those are some values you already have that maybe you didn't know that were already in you, but by just making the choice to do this or accepting a choice from somebody else, the strength and resilience, you already have it.
I'm telling you, though, it's easier said than done to pick your values. It really is, because I've had somebody ask me that question a couple years after splitting up, with my ex, and I felt completely blindsided because I hadn't really given it that thought. And because you're becoming a different person, you're not the person that you were before. But if you're unclear on which to pick, you could ask yourself, if this value led your decisions from now on, from this moment on, how would life feel different for you? And sometimes it's fun to imagine that. Just imagine how life will feel and kind of like think about it and roll around in that. It feels good.
Right. You think about the joy in the end, like it's really hard right now, but if you have a value or values that are going to guide you to get the best chapter going, that is exciting to think about, even though I'm sure you're going through lots of pain at whatever stage you are in life.
So now that you've drawn, attention to awareness, why that matters and what that looks like for you, then you can move into intention and intentionally planning your identity and how this core value, this guiding value, is going to get you there. What are some ways or questions that someone can ask themselves to help with setting the intention for that next chapter, for who they're going to become. Also, before you ask your questions, I want to mention that we will be dropping a free resource with all types of journaling questions just like these that you can reference. So, but
Yeah, you're going to give yourself a mini self-assessment, okay?
Okay.
You're going to give yourself an energy check.
Yeah.
Like, what gives me life again?
Yeah.
What will give me life again? Who am I becoming now that I'm free to choose who I want to be? I'm not basing it on how I had to be in my marriage because of everything that was going on, but I'm actually free. I feel free now to choose who I want to become.
and that feels pretty good.
Absolutely.
Doesn't it?
Oh, it feels
so
good.
Yes.
And a reality check. What season am I in right now? Am I healing? Well, healing is not like, I know people say this all the time. It's not linear, right?
Yeah.
You're not going to just like heal for a little and then you're going to rebuild and then you're going to rediscover. I mean, you're just constantly healing. It's not something that you do, shut off, move to this. You're going to be healing.
You constantly heal. And my daily word today
Was the
healing.
What did it
Talk about.
Just healing your inner soul and just praying for the people that need healing. We're constantly healing. So it is something that's a constant. You can't wake up one day and say, I'm healed. Healing could be from an illness. Healing can be emotional pain. It's everyday healing.
Yeah.
You don't even realize though it's happening. It's when you start to work on these things that seem so small, like the awareness and intention. It's when you start to work on those things over time and it becomes part of your daily routine and lifestyle. That's where the healing starts.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Am I healing? Am I rebuilding? Am I rediscovering or expanding? And all of these things, thinking about them, help you find the core values that drive you and propel you into into your next chapter. There is no right season, only the honest one, only your truth.
Your truth.
That's what matters.
And we're trying to get to the truth in you that is going to bring you out the best joy and purpose in your life.
You probably were suppressing.
And that you deserve.
Yeah.
For you, or if you have kids now, I mean, you becoming the best you, even though you're going through divorce, and believe me, we have children, and you can become the best you for your kids when you do some work with the awareness and intention and your core values. You really can get to a place, a really healthy place. Don't think divorce is going to rock your kids' world. They're resilient. But
It's
if you
scary at first because you do think that.
Absolutely. I mean, this is coming from years of me being divorced, but I remember where I was and how I got to be where I was, and it's not without a lot of hard work with just realigning my values and sticking with them. And
But your kids are going to see the work.
Yes.
Is what I feel like that's where you were going with that.
Right.
And as you're putting in that work and as you're working on these tools, this is, it's not selfish. This is actually really important because it's not just, it improves your life, which is huge, but it trickles and ripples into the lives of all those around you, which importantly, your children.
so if you get healthy for you, it just goes down to them.
Yeah.
And they'll see that, they'll feel that.
Yeah.
And you really can have a great connection when you stand strong in who you are with your new aligned values.
Okay, so let's keep talking about the future self, the intention of where you want to go, where you see yourself. So let's talk about that more because there's another really powerful question. So I want you to ask that.
Yeah, we had this question in something that we were doing.
Yes.
And we found it so powerful.
Coaching. Our coach brought this to us. We're coaches,
Right.
but we have a coach
Yes.
too.
Yes, exactly. See yourself 1 year post healing. How does that look to you? What do you know now? What have you let go of?
Stand in yourself a year from today. Stand in that person.
Yes.
What did you let go of?
What did I let go of?
What do you no longer apologize for? A
A
year
year.
from today.
Mm-hmm.
And I also find that writing stuff down is huge and so helpful because it's like not just thinking it. Then you have the, speaking on it, writing about it, journaling. These are tools that help you manifest this person that you
wanna
will become.
Yes.
That you will become.
And then right now, a year from now, take these notes back out and look at them, and they're probably going to be really different than you thought. And
you're gonna be blown away. And so another important thing to finish all of this, a grounded intention would be thinking about my intention for this next chapter is to reclaim what? What are you going to reclaim? I think that's important. Don't you think?
oh, absolutely.
We know. Did you reclaim your voice?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was before I was on my way out. I mean, I knew I was going into my divorce, but I reclaimed that voice.
You know what? Do you know what I reclaimed? You know what? It's very serious. It's very it's very serious. I reclaimed myself. I reclaimed myself.
Everything. Yourself.
Yes, because you learn to fall in love with yourself. I always thought about and hear people saying like you can't love anyone else until you love yourself. And I would think about like, do I love myself? Do I love the person I am? And if I don't, or there are things that I don't like, how do I do that? How do I get there? And it takes a lot of solitude and a lot of work and a lot of healing, but it can happen.
Yeah.
It can happen. You can fall in love with yourself, and this is a great time to work on that.
Yeah. And the awareness plus the intention is a lot of inner soul searching. It's a lot of going inside and searching for what's inside of you. And we have tools that can help.
But
you
so
get
get to the good part.
Yeah.
What happens for them once they have the awareness? They've developed an intent. They have intention. Okay. You add these two things together, and then what unfolds?
You're in alignment.
You're in alignment
with how you want your core values to guide you. You're in alignment with them.
Because the awareness, it's going to reconnect you to the self that you might have lost in your marriage. And then we talked about intention, and that's helping you build a life by choice, not by default, because you can't become that person without intention. Intention is how you become, guided by those important values that you said in the beginning. And then
you have
the alignment.
The alignment happens naturally.
Yeah. When you
honor your truths about the great core values inside of you. And you just start living a life that you're aligned with and you feel good with, and it's guiding you on your healthy path.
Yeah. I think we should do what we were going to do in the beginning,
sure,
the breaths, because one tool that we use is a lot of breath work. You know, I think that's important.
Yeah.
So we'd like to do some right now.
If you
Join
want
us.
Yeah, join us. I'm just
It's a great way. It's not
Yeah.
for us. It's 9:23 in the morning, so this will be a great way to start your day. I don't know what time it is for you, but let's do it.
Okay. All right. So everybody close their eyes, get in a comfortable position. We're going to breathe in for 4. Hold for 2. Out for 6. And again, breathe in for 4. In for 2. Out for 6. And one more time. Breathe in for 4.
Hold.
For 2.
Out
for 6. So when you're going through this and you're feeling overwhelmed and you have some things to face and you don't even know what to do. And I had kind of a crazy day yesterday. Every day is a growing day for healing. You're having a good day, you're having a bad day. Just take 1 minute. We forget to breathe.
Yes, that is so true.
Like we don't even realize we stop breathing when
You might have realized that right now. You don't go ahead. Sorry.
No.
So when you breathe and you actually acknowledge and sit here and breathe, you're giving yourself that gift of getting quiet and just going in and that's a moment for you to just breathe and get calm. And it can help you with a lot of different things that you're going to face if you just get quiet and breathe. And so.
Yeah. And so just to kind of tie it all together, this is awareness and intention are step 1 of our Awakened Woman framework that we use in our coaching program. And that's why, because after divorce, you deserve a grounded space to rediscover yourself. And this is how you get grounded. But you deserve that so that you can rewrite your identity and rebuild from a place of strength.
Absolutely. And if you want support walking this out, we would love to guide you. We have helped each other through all the phases of our life, divorce, breakup, raising kids, and we've done it together, and we're a great team that could help guide you, get you to where you want to be.
Yeah, you could message either of us individually, or our business is Growth Catalyst. You can find that business page on Facebook too and reach out there. And then there'll be other contact information again in this resource that I drop in the comments with all those fun and helpful journaling prompts.
Yeah, absolutely. Have an amazing day, and thank you for joining us.
All right. Thanks, everyone.
Bye.